It's two 135 division champions that I would love to fight, you know. But if they got the guts to step in the ring with the businessman, tell them send me a contract.
No better than this. So I keep screaming his name. He haven't done nothing. Keyshawn haven't even done nothing.
So what do you say to those who
I
might
keep
be
saying his
afraid?
name for.
Keyshawn Davis is now a world champion, and he wasted no time sticking to his usual post-fight routine, calling out Gervonta Davis and Vasily Lomachenko. Interestingly, Tank has been making media appearances this week and wasn't too busy to take another shot at Keyshawn. Gervonta has already stirred things up with the new WBO lightweight champion and even hinted that he's rethinking his retirement plans. That statement has fueled even more speculation about a potential showdown between him and Keyshawn Davis.
Don't retire. How realistic is this?
It's real.
Has it changed? Have you have you had any times like, maybe I was tripping a bit?
Yeah, I do be having them thoughts.
Yeah.
But it's also too.
Keyshawn Davis indirectly called out WBA lightweight champion Gervonta, Tank, Davis, and IBF title holder Vasily Lomachenko during his post-fight interview. "Anybody who has the guts to step in the ring with me, tell them to come on," Davis said. "There are two champions at 135 pounds that I'd love to fight. If they're brave enough to face the businessman, they can send me a contract, or I'll send them one myself." Davis has embraced the nickname the businessman, and he lived up to it in the biggest fight of his career so far. Heading into his bout with WBO lightweight champion Dennis Baranchyk, many expected it to be the toughest challenge of his young career. However, instead of struggling, Davis controlled the fight and sealed the victory with a devastating body shot knockout in the fourth round. With that, he secured his first world title in dominant fashion, treating Baranchyk like a stepping stone rather than a serious threat.
Attached to your name.
It's everything. I'm a world champ now. They can't say nothing else. I'm 13-0 with nine knockouts. Stop playing, man. That's more than half.
Motherfucking champion.
Man, I can punch. You hear what I'm saying? I can punch you in your head. I can punch you in the body. You're going.
Davis claimed the world title with a fourth-round knockout on Friday night at the theater at Madison Square Garden in New York City. He sealed the win with two sharp body shots, forcing Baranchyk, bloodied from the nose and swollen around the face, to take the full count on one knee. From the opening bell, Davis was in complete control. He dominated the center of the ring, keeping the smaller Baranchyk on the back foot. Baranchyk tried to turn the fight into a rough, scrappy battle, but Davis stayed composed behind his jab, picking his shots carefully. His right hands to the head and body consistently landed, breaking down his opponent until the fight-ending moment arrived.
You saw though to get the body shots off.
My coaches, Rendell Johnson, he told me start going down to the body more. And Bud Crawford, he kept telling me, stop letting one shot go, let two shots go. So I listened to both of them, I put it together.
How's it feel to have champion?
The first knockdown came in the third round when 25-year-old Davis landed a left hook to the body, sending Baranchyk to the canvas. It was the fight's first major turning point and proved Davis wasn't bluffing when he said he was aiming for an early knockout. Although Baranchyk got up quickly and didn't seem badly hurt, the moment gave Davis complete confidence that he was in full control. As the fight moved into the fourth round, Davis continued to dominate. He closed the round with a strong flurry of punches, leaving Barancyk's face bruised and bloodied. With swelling on his cheeks and a steady stream of blood from his nose, it was clear Baranchyk was struggling to withstand Davis's sharp and efficient attack.
Figured out by the third, and how'd you get the left hook to the body in?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. It was one of those rounds his nose started bleeding. I think it was the second. Once I seen that, I'm like, yeah, it's any time now, And it was, 2 rounds after that, fourth round, got him up out of there.
What was the adjustment?
Baranchyk looked off balance and outclassed throughout the fight. So it was no surprise when Davis landed another left hook to the body in the fourth round. This time, the punch had a far more devastating effect, and Baranchyk dropped to one knee, unable to continue. The fight ended at the 145 mark as referee Harvey Dock counted to 10. With the victory, Keyshawn Davis from Norfolk, Virginia, became a world title holder, just shy of his 4th anniversary as a professional. After handling this business, Davis was already focused on the next challenge, calling out Gervonta, Tank, Davis, and another Ukrainian, Vasily Lomachenko.
And, fight night just be amazing, man. It's always a movie.
Keyshawn, by the third round, you were smiling out at your family ringside.
Yeah.
Did you have him completely fit?
Davis entered the fight with added motivation after accusing Baranchyk of a racist incident, claiming that bananas and a watermelon were delivered to his hotel room. Baranchyk and his team dismissed the accusation, suggesting Davis was simply looking for something to fire himself up. Determined to secure an early knockout and claim the title, Davis wasted no time, delivering on his promise. Less than a round later, another left hook to the body dropped Baranchyk in the 4th round. Baranchyk stayed on one knee as the referee counted him out at the 145 mark. The finishing flurry wasn't flashy, but it was enough to prevent Baranchyk from rising, making Davis the first fighter to not only defeat but stop Baranchyk.
It was a crazy event, man, electrifying event. It just feel like every single time I fight, man, it's just so energetic, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I be having the best build-ups.
It was an amazing feeling, man, Davis said after his victory. I knew I had to knock him out. From the start, it was clear that Davis wasn't intimidated by Baranchyk from Ukraine. The 36-year-old Baranchyk had earned his world champion status with a career that included an Olympic silver medal, which he shared with Davis, and a big win over 3-division world champion Emmanuel Navarrete to claim a vacant title. Barancyk's strength was his unorthodox and awkward in-ring style, but Davis didn't rush in recklessly. Instead, he patiently stalked his opponent, waiting for the right moment to strike. That included a well-timed right uppercut counter late in the 1st round, which showed Davis was fully in control of the fight.
Any big name, I want all the names that y'all know that are names, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really care who it is. I feel like at this point, I made a big enough name for myself to get somebody in there that's recognizable. It's gonna be a big fight. You know, people want to see the businessman fight.
Baranchyk, who appeared much smaller than Davis, switched to southpaw in the 2nd round in an attempt to find a way to compete. But Davis wasn't fazed, landing counter hooks and right hands straight down the middle. Despite the relatively slow pace in the first 2 rounds, Barancyk's face already showed signs of damage, with noticeable swelling. Davis, who won a silver medal in the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, scored the first knockdown of the fight in the 3rd round with a left hook to the body that dropped Baranchyk. As the fight progressed, Davis's power became more evident as he unleashed hard punches to the head, causing Barancyk's nose to bleed.
Okay.
Thank you, man.
My God,
I know what time it is.
Honestly, I never had problems with awkward fighters, Davis said. The only thing that gave me trouble was how he kept jumping in and out. He was a little faster than I expected, but as the rounds went on, I just kept getting more comfortable. Now that Davis holds a title in a lightweight division filled with both well-known names and rising talent, he's positioned at the top where challengers will be looking to take him on. Davis is more than ready to face anyone, confidently saying, "I'm willing to fight anybody who's got the guts to step in the ring with me." Davis is now the 2nd member of the 2020 to 2021 U.S. Olympic boxing team to win a world title, following O'Shea Jones's IBF junior middleweight title victory last November.
They were talking crazy, but you fixed that.
It was a Valentine's Day to remember for Keshawn Davis, the Norfolk native, who knocked out Dennis Baranchyk in the 4th round to claim the WBO lightweight title in front of a sellout crowd at the theater at Madison Square Garden on Friday night in New York. After a tense fight week, where Davis accused Barancyk's team of sending a racist package to his hotel room, the fight itself was a straightforward victory for the 25-year-old. Baranchyk never seemed to be in the fight, whether it was due to the size advantage Davis held or the overwhelming skill gap between the two.
I would prefer Tank Davis, the top guy. I would go for the top guy. If I could choose, I would choose Tank Davis. I would not Tank short out. Tank is a great fighter. Hats off to Tank. I'm not even about to just do all.
After cementing his position as the mandatory challenger for the World Boxing Organization title, Keshawn Davis made a statement in his last fight with a dominant 2nd-round knockout over Gustavo Daniel Lemos. Following the win, Davis immediately called out Gervonta "Tank" Davis, making sure to take the mic and address the situation. While Baranchyk was the first name on his mind, Davis didn't stop there. "Hey, Gervonta. Knock knock," he shouted. This fight has been building for a while, with both lightweight titans trading barbs on social media. There's clearly a real rivalry brewing between them, and the tension between the two seems to be very genuine.
Fighter, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody knows that he got the power, he got the skill and ability, he's patient, you know what I'm saying? But I know who I am. That little short can't touch me. And
It's deeper, Keyshawn Davis explained when asked about why he will never fight Shakur Stevenson. Meanwhile, Davis's trainer, Brian "Bomac" McIntyre, has been doing a fantastic job of hyping up a potential fight with Gervonta "Tank" Davis. McIntyre is incredibly confident that his fighter is the one who will finally dethrone the WBA lightweight champion. Bomac believes that Gervonta is the perfect matchup for Davis and predicts that the 25-year-old puncher will deliver a beating similar to the one Terence Crawford handed Errol Spence in July 2023 for the undisputed welterweight crown. Davis wholeheartedly agrees with this comparison. Exactly how he said it. "I see myself putting the same beating on Gervonta as Terence did," Davis told reporters when reminded of McIntyre's prediction. "I feel like his style is perfect for mine. I'm young and I don't think it will go the full 12, but I can fight 12 rounds if it comes down to it."
I'm coming with that same shit he coming with, and he know that his coach Kenny, got a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? To also go fight the from Cuba. No, nigga, I'm gonna fight.
"I'm smarter than him, inside and outside the ring. I'm just smarter than him, period," Keyshawn Davis said confidently. "The only thing that gets mentioned is his one-punch power. I've got power, too, and I've knocked fighters out with one punch. But he's done it consistently. We know he has that one punch, but what we don't know is what I really have yet. I've only had 12 fights, and I've been fighting at an elite level for just 3 of them. This fight will be my 4th at that level against Baranchyk, so there are a lot of factors you guys don't know yet. I'm better than what I'm showing you so far." Davis also sparred with Gervonta "Tank" Davis twice during his amateur days, which has only added to his confidence moving forward.
Like, stop mentioning other people when I mention your fight. What you talking about, boy? Like, don't play with me, bro. Y'all know how I'm coming. Tank, if you wanna fight, send me a contract, bro. Tank.
"I wasn't thinking about fighting him when I was sparring him," Keyshawn Davis admitted. "The first time I sparred him, I was 16, and the second time I was 21, just before going to the Olympics. I just thought, okay, I just competed with one of the best pros, and I've got the talent to go pro and dominate. Those spars were competitive, but I've always been good. Even as an amateur, people would say, 'Damn, you've got to spar Keyshawn.' I didn't just turn pro and suddenly become known. I was like that before I even made the Olympic team. I've always had the talent, and I've always been able to fight."
When Lightskin posted those messages about me sparring, I'm really looking at it like, okay, so what? That I DM'd you since when?
Before Keyshawn Davis can land a unification clash with Gervonta "Tank" Davis, he must first get through Baranchyk on Friday night. On paper, this is by far Davis's toughest test yet, but the fast-rising American is confident he'll pass with ease. "I'm expecting somebody who is going to give their all," Davis said. "When he loses this fight, and however he loses, he knows it's going to be over for him."
Since when y'all take sparring into consideration of what was his point in even doing that? Like, what was he trying to get with it? That I'm trying to write?
"Just because he's 36 years old and I'm going to do him badly, he's going to come out and try everything he can to make sure it isn't that bad," Davis said. "He's coming to fight and make it as tough as possible for me, but it's not going to work for him." On the other hand, while Gervonta "Tank" Davis plans to defend his black and gold strap on March 1st against World Boxing Association super featherweight champion Lamont Roach in Brooklyn, he recently made a shocking revelation.
What have Shakur done? What have he done in the sport? He haven't done nothing. The young one is looking more better than him.
Who that?
Keyshawn looking way more better.
After that, there are several big fights waiting for him at 140 pounds, including unification bouts with Vasyl Lomachenko and Shakur Stevenson. Davis's recent admission that he plans to retire from boxing this year makes it less likely that fans will see both of those fights before his career ends. However, during a recent podcast with rapper Lil Yachty, Davis revealed he is more likely to take a break from boxing rather than retire for good. "I've been having those thoughts on changing my mind," he said on the Safe Place podcast, expressing his doubts about retirement. "I want to get myself together. I really want to get myself together."
Together though.
Which is much more important.
Yeah, I really want to get myself together, like not retire, but take a break, but the only thing is, well, I ain't gonna lie.
"I'm not retiring, but I'm taking a break," Davis explained. "I ain't going to lie. I already made a promise to Al Heyman. We're out of it. There's stuff I need to work on, like being there for my kids, going to school, building myself up as a person, as a great human being. These comments come after Davis left boxing fans stunned at the launch press conference for his upcoming fight with Lamont Roach. In a shocking moment, he muttered, "After next year, I'm out of it, out of the sport. Nah, I can tell you my fights are over after this year. This is trash, garbage. I'm out. I'm fed up with it. I don't care about belts. I don't care about any of that."
I done already made a promise. I done already made a promise to Al, like, we out of it type of thing. But it's like, I can stick around and just, I will help people and guide people.
I'm worried about getting my money and getting out of there. I'm just fed up. It's not even boxing. It's everything. I have kids too. I just had a boy. I don't want to keep fighting and getting punched like that. I'll probably be building my real estate portfolio, just trying to separate myself from the limelight. I just want to be able to make money and stay out of the way. That's it, Davis shared, opening up about his thoughts on stepping away from the sport. As talented as Davis is, he has faced regular criticism from some in the boxing world for having a thin resume. His biggest win on paper came against Ryan Garcia. However, the rehydration clause in Garcia's contract has led many fans to place an asterisk on that victory, casting doubt on its significance.
As far as like me competing, I don't really want to do it. It's like other stuff I need to work on, you know? Like being more there for my kids, going to school, you know, just building myself.
Furthermore, Davis has yet to unify his belts with an active world champion. While he has secured world titles in 2 separate weight classes, super featherweight and lightweight, he will need to challenge himself against the divisional elite to be remembered as one of the all-time greats. Despite his impressive accomplishments, many believe his legacy will be solidified only once he faces and defeats the top contenders in these weight classes.
That I'm trying to ride his coattail, like, bro, I don't need you. I don't have to fight you. I'm making real. I don't need you, bro. If you want to fight me, send me a contract, babe.
Keyshawn was recently on the All the Smoke podcast where he was asked about his confidence in calling out Tank Davis, to which he confidently replied, "I've already been in the ring with Tank twice during training. He's the best, but I'm challenging him because I know I can beat him. I feel like I'm going to get all my respect when I knock Tank out. This is not going the distance. I'm going to knock him out. That's why I believe it. I've got that one-punch power. People might say I'm cocky or just a kid, but at the end of the day, I'm a great fighter. He's good, but I'm nice too. What do I bring that he doesn't bring? That's kind of like my game plan."
Bro, I'm gonna be just as popular fighting you or not fighting you. I'm gonna make my money fighting you or not fighting you. So don't get it twisted.
On the prospect of Tank retiring before he gets the chance to face him, Keyshawn has stated that if Tank hangs up the gloves at the end of the year, he will accept missing out on the fight, but still wants Tank to send a contract if he continues. "If you're going to fight me, bro, just send me a contract," Keyshawn said. "You did say you're going to smack me too, so I'm still waiting on that. When you see me, I want him to stand on those words." Davis is set to defend his world title on Valentine's Day, facing World Boxing Organization lightweight champion Dennis Baranchyk. Though this will be just his 12th fight, his promoter, Bob Arum, expects big things from Davis, telling Boxing News that he sees a bright future ahead for the 25-year-old.
"I'm chasing after you. I'm not chasing you. Little dude, little dwarf, Oopa Loopa, little light-skinned dude. I'm not."
I told the kid this himself. If he continues developing the way he has, he will be the face of boxing, Bob Arum said. He reminds me a lot of Sugar Ray Leonard, who was the face of boxing in his time. Winning the belt on February 14th will be a major step toward a potential showdown with Tank Davis, who defends his World Boxing Association title against Lamont Roach. If both Davis and Keyshawn Davis win, a unification fight between the two could very well be on the horizon.
"I'm not chasing you. Tiafimo is running from me. I'm not chasing you, Tiafimo. Who else? I'm not trying to fight Shakur, so stop mentioning that."
Gervonta Davis would be the first truly elite opponent Keyshawn Davis would face if their fight were to come to fruition. Although no one can deny that Keyshawn is a rising star, he wants to make that clear in the ring at New York's Madison Square Garden. especially for Tank, who, by the way, has not said a word, neither for better nor for worse. Perhaps Tank no longer wants to engage in any more drama in what he's called his farewell year from boxing, as he has repeatedly stated. McIntyre further reinforced his points, to which Tank, who earlier had an online spat with Terence Crawford, promised to knock out the super welterweight champion. That's all for now. For the very best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications to get notified when we drop quality content like this. Until next time, peace out.